Hello fellow education students, my name is Jade Bauer and today I am here to present a play-based activity that enriches mathematical and numeracy understandings. This play-based activity is a Play-Doh activity and is suitable for children aged 3 to 5 years. The maths concept I will be focusing on is shapes, more specifically focusing on comparing, measuring and counting. This activity corresponds to two of the EYLF outcomes. Outcomes 4.2, children develop a range of skills and processes such as problem solving, inquiry, experimentation, hypothesizing, researching and investigating. And outcome 5.1, children interact verbally and non-verbally with others for a range of purposes. The activity will be unstructured and will allow the child to lead the play through providing a range of choice for their play. As an educator, I will follow the child's interest without taking over the activity, keeping the play open-ended. To introduce this play-based activity, balls of Play-Doh will be placed on the table with rollers and scissors. Providing a variety of resources sparks children's inquisitiveness and curiosity. An effective way to introduce an activity is to model enthusiasm and interest. Saying, "Wow, look at all these items, I wonder what we could do with them," is a positive invitation for play. Now we have the children showing interest and curiosity towards the activity. How can we help provoke their thinking? Asking open-ended questions. Referring to the Play-Doh tools, we can ask open-ended questions such as, "Look at the shape of the roller. What do you think will happen to our dough if we rolled it?" To introduce our concept of shapes, we can model creating a shape and spark a mathematical discussion about the shape we have made. I will have shape mats available on the table for the children to freely choose if they want to use them or not. The shape mats will help children recognize and identify the different shapes, and they are a great visual aid for children to describe what they can see as they are tracing the outline of the shape with their dough. For example, looking at the triangle map, we can roll 3 pieces of Play-Doh for the triangle. This shape has 3 sides. We can then go on to compare the different shapes that we can see on our map and talk about the distinct features that we can see. This shape has a pointy top. I will offer this Play-Doh experience throughout the week, allowing for continuity and extension in the play. The EYLF states that play provides an important context of learning in which children are in control of their learning through solving problems, exploring their ideas, and making connections in a social environment. This experience represents play-based learning through hands-on exploration. The children were able to manipulate the dough with their hands and the tools provided to create anything they wanted, allowing them to effectively apply their creativity, problem-solving, imagination, and trial and error skills. The children were provided with unstructured, open-ended play where they were able to freely choose where and how they wanted to extend their play. This activity embeds qualities of belonging, becoming, and being. The activity was intentional and meaningful to the children's learning. This Play-Doh experience provided wonderful opportunities for quality interactions between the child and educator to enrich the child's learning. Providing shape mats built a foundation for learning. It provided the child with the independence to freely choose how to use the mats and enabled the child to feel confident through their play, expanding on their knowledge and skills on the concept that was being taught. This activity allowed the children to express themselves. They were provided with endless opportunities to think about where their play was headed and freely choose how to extend their play and learning. Vygotsky made important contributions to the teaching and learning of mathematics. Vygotsky emphasized that learning was a social process and that children learn more from experienced peers and adults through shared experiences. Throughout this activity, the educator was perceived as the experienced adult in this theory by scaffolding knowledge, asking questions, and collaborating ideas with the child to enrich the learning and understanding of the mathematic concept that was being taught. Through collaboration and quality interactions, the child was able to independently apply and utilize their knowledge on shapes through a hands-on approach, manipulating the dough to create the different shapes on the mats provided. Through trial and error, the children were able to effectively apply a variety of strategies to problem solve how and what tools to use to mold the dough to create the different shapes. As an educator, we are provided with many opportunities to use mathematical language throughout our experiences to enrich our teaching. It is important that we are available and ready to use the teachable moment we come across in a child's play to integrate the learning we want to take place. Playing alongside children at their level and engaging in discussions introduces them to the language of mathematics and helps children see the connections between the world and mathematical concepts. In this particular activity, throughout the play, we can discuss comparisons between the shapes. What shape is bigger, smaller, flatter? We can discuss measurement. What shape do we think is longer or shorter? We can discuss counting by simply counting the number of shapes that we have made. And we can discuss the shapes in general. We can talk about how that shape has a round edge, how that shape is flat. We can encourage the children to use mathematical language in their discussions with us as educators or when working with their peers. Mathematics is used every day in some way. It is important as an educator to plan for the learning of mathematics in a meaningful and engaging way that is authentic to each child. Play-based learning always has a purpose. Thank you for watching.